Okay, I feel like if you've spent even 5 minutes on mom TikTok or Instagram lately, you've probably seen these everywhere. The Lovevery toy subscription boxes, they're all over social media right now. Everyone is talking about how amazing they are, how they're Montessori-inspired, and how they're designed specifically for your child's development. And honestly, they look incredible, but they are also really expensive. So the real question is, are they actually worth it? Because let's be honest, when you're buying toys for your baby, it adds up fast, and spending over $100 on one box of toys is a pretty big commitment, especially when it's every 2 to 3 months as a subscription. So today I'm going to be unboxing the Lovevery Babbler Play Kit, which is designed for babies 13 to 15 months of age, and this one retails for $120. According to the website, it comes with 8 toys, 1 board book, and a play guide, all designed to support your baby's learning at this exact stage of their life. What really sets Lovevery apart is their play kits are made for learning. They're actually fun and they're engaging and they're built to last, like really good quality, which is something that I personally love and would hope at that price point. They're really marketed as more of an investment in your child's future rather than just like another toy subscription. Each box also comes with a play guide, which parents swear by, and you get access to the Lovevery app for even more ideas on how to use everything. Plus it's commitment free, so you can skip or cancel anytime. So it all sounds amazing, right? But again, is it worth $120? Let's open it up and see. Okay, here we go. So this is the size of the box, just for reference. Okay, Lovevery. We're gonna open it up. Like I said before, it is the Babbler kit for 13 to 15 month olds. Ooh. Should probably get some scissors, huh? Ah, there we go. Nice and easy, okay? So now we open it up. Ooh. It says, designed by experts for your baby's developing brain. And then right on the top, we have a Lovevery, the Babbler Play Kit, 13, 14, and 15 months, just a little picture. And oh, cool. It gives you a little picture of what all the toys are that's included in the box and shows you that this is the box and these are the next few boxes if you were to do the subscription. So now, ooh. So this is the first toy that's in here, the Babbler box. It looks like, ooh, when you take them off, there's pictures underneath. So it's really nice to work on your baby's dexterity, noticing different pictures, and then obviously put them all back. It's pretty nice. And again, the quality is, I mean, it's good wood. It feels like not too heavy that your baby would struggle, but not super light where you feel like it's really cheap. So that is toy number 1 in the Babbler box. Now here's where we get the juicy stuff. Okay, so here is the play guide that I was talking about before rather. So in this, it is ways to play, expert tips, development info, and at-home activities. So again, it has the suggested timeline for introducing the plaything. This kind of goes through, let's see, child and you. Gives you a little bit. Oh, here we go. So now it gives every single toy that's in the box, why you do this, how you do it. You know, show your child how to slide and seek the ball run works. Demonstrate how to open each of the doors. That kind of gives you tips on the mom as like how to show, or as the parent rather, how to show them how to do it. So this is pretty nice because it's not just a toy and you're like, how do I even use this, or how do I show my baby how to use this? I've bought toys like that before where I'm like, how does this even work? So that is actually really nice because it's a lot thicker and more in depth than I was expecting. I was expecting just like 1 page on each of the toys, but seems a lot more in depth than that, which is nice. And again, part of their marketing, right, is that it's more than just toys. It's about their development. So that does kind of feed into that. So we do have a board book here, which is nice. This one is bedtime for Zoe. So it's gonna go through all of the different stages of bedtime. Just being able to read it and see other babies do that, and that might be really nice for her as well. She might really enjoy that. Now we have a small box here. Let's see what this one is. Okay. Ah! Okay, so these I'll have to read about what these are, but these are literally just a bunch of rings. Again, made of wood, so decent quality, but just painted, so different colors. Oh, okay. So this one actually goes with a different part of the... So again, this is why it's so important to look at this book, because if you were just opening that and you just saw a bunch of rings, you'd think that's a little bit weird. But it goes with this toy. So you take this toy, and it's supposed to be spatial relationships and parts of a whole. So you put all of these on here. Whoop. It's pretty cool. Oh, and then you can put them in here. So again, just like stacking, unstacking, putting them in here. That's pretty good. Okay, so that's toy number 2. Now we have this toy, which is hiding bunnies in a burrow. So it's pretty self-explanatory, I would say. This is a burrow, and there's 3 bunnies in here. So this is the first toy that's not made out of wood. It seems like it's made out of like wool or some sort of fabric. And then there's 3 bunnies that look like this. So again, just working on your baby, putting them in the hole and then taking them out. So at least with this one, it has a little handle. They can walk around with it, and you know, it's not made out of wood, which I like that things are made out of wood, but sometimes when your baby starts throwing things or dropping things, it can get loud, it can get crazy. So this is nice that it's, you know, pretty soft. If they throw it or hit themselves with it, it'll be fine. So baby toy number 3 in the box. Next, let's go with, ooh, this little box thing. Oh, nice. Okay, so this is rotation and spatial relation. So this is a box, a wooden box with a plastic top. Okay, it has some other toys in here too, I think for a different thing. So dump those out. I'll show you those later when it comes to that toy, but there's a bunch of things inside of the box. So for this specific toy, you are gonna be using these little wooden coins. And then you have different tops. So you put on this top, and then your baby works on putting, you know, in the hole. Very nice. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit, not that it's technically bad, but 3 out of the 8 toys are all using this box. So not necessarily 8 separate toys. That's one little thing. So you just take this off and you swap it with a different topper. So there's 3 toppers that come with it. So let's try this green one is the next one. So you put this one on, and now this is, you put carrots in it. Super nice. Again, working on your baby being able to put things in and then take them out. So super cute. But again, it's all from one same box, but I guess still it's not misadvertising because it is still 8 different activities, even though it's technically the same foundation of the box. And then now there's this one, and so now you put these in there. So these ones would definitely be the hardest ones because it's such a small hole. So I'd probably work my way up to this one. I'll have to read the whole thing before I give that advice, but so there you go. So you have 3 activities to do with this box, and like I said, all of the carrots, all of the coins, and these little trees were inside of that box. So everything, all 3 activities that you need for this box come inside of it, which is really nice. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, but then I found this. So it actually shows the 8th activity as the board book. Okay, so I thought it was 8 toys plus a book, but the 8th toy is the book according to this pamphlet that comes in. So that makes a lot more sense. That is a little bit interesting to me. Again, because in your head, if you're paying $120, you're thinking I'm getting 8 separate toys. But now we are on toy number 8, the last toy in the box, which is like the showstopper, the main toy, which is called Where Did the Balls Go? And this one looks awesome, I will say. So maybe this will make up for that little hiccup in my opinion. Whoa. Look at this. This is pretty cool. My daughter would love this. Keep her entertained for so long. Okay, so we have, this is plastic and this whole box is wood. Then you open it up here inside, and you have your 2 balls that are here wrapped up. A green and blue ball, and a yellow and pink ball. So you get all the colors there. So you can open it up in different ways, which I also really like because now you're working on different things besides just dropping the ball in here and letting the ball go down. Ready? Whee! That's exciting. She's gonna love that. So now the ball is inside here, so we can open it up here and grab the ball. We can then open it up here and grab the ball. So a different way to open it, working on her. Now her finger going in, opening up. And this one I love. So it's a little like fabric, but it has this way and this way, reaching her hand in. My hand's a little bit too big. Grabbing the ball out. So I will say I love this. I knew that there was a ball drop in this kit, which I was excited for, but I didn't look closely enough to realize that there were different openings on all 4 sides on how she could get the ball after it was dropped. So I do really love that because I feel like that's just an added element of motor skills development instead of just a standard ball drop where the ball like falls on the ground and she just picks it up. This I know is like the main toy from this box, and this is the one that a lot of people rave about. And I will say I completely agree. I love the quality of it. I love all the different sides of it. So let's review what we got. So technically, like I said, there's 8 activities. Maybe we should frame it as that way. 8 activities within the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actual toy items. 5 actual toy items with 8 activities to do with these items. You have the play kit or the instructions, which is so important. Even just me opening up the box, I'm like, you know, what goes with what? How do I do this? So this is really in depth. It gives you ideas for everything, which is nice. And then you will need to, well, you don't need to, but you can also download the Lovevery app to get more ideas on how to use these activities as well, which I'll definitely do with my daughter. And then you have the 1 board books. So now that everything is opened up and we've taken a look at actually what's inside of the box, let's get to the real question. Is it worth the $120 price tag? And honestly, this is where I feel a little bit conflicted because on the one hand, I can absolutely see why people love these. I love this toy already. The quality is so good. Everything does feel super intentional. And it's clear that these toys are actually designed to help your baby learn and develop. They're not just like keep them entertained. I also love that it's not just random toys. Everything does seem to have a purpose and it feels like it grows with your child. But on the other hand, $120 is still a lot of money for toys, no matter how nice they are. That's just personally more than I would want to spend on a box of toys. Again, especially because in your head you're thinking, okay, 8 toys divided by, you know, 120, maybe it's not that much. But really you're only getting 5 toys, just able to do different activities with them. So my honest take, now that I've looked at everything, is this. I do think that it's worth putting something like this on your baby registry because that way you do get these amazing high quality development focused toys, but you're not the one paying that higher price tag yourself, which honestly does feel like a win-win. But of course, the true test is to buy 1 kit yourself and just kind of see if it is worth signing up for the subscription every few months. So if you are interested, I will leave my affiliate link down below and you can get $20 off your first play kit until October 20th of this year using my code LOVESHERUNTHEWORLD20. So hopefully that'll help at least a little bit. And then once you get that first box, you can just decide if it's something that you do want to continue with the subscription, or maybe even just like skip a few subscriptions, like get a box, know that it'll last you for 6 months and then get another one. So that way you feel like your money is going a little bit further if you're in a position like me where this isn't really in your budget. Even though the toys are really well made and good for development, sometimes you're like me, you just can't afford to do something like that. So I totally get it. So let me know in the comments what you think. Would you spend $120 on a toy subscription box like this? Do you think it's overly hyped? Do you already subscribe to Lovevery? I would love to know. Now let's take a look at the absolute must-have items for your first flight with your baby.